It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Café is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Café and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Café. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to the Midday Show. And boy, do we have a show for you today.
Yeah.
And
Raise your yeah.
There's a lot of woo.
Yeah.
And in between those two sounds, there's pies.
Food.
There's singers. There's all sorts of people. This is going to be pretty busy today. I'm going to see how they react today. Oh, my God, he's back. The gato in the house. Are you okay?
Yeah. That's
wow. It is why the TV breaks, because Gato manhandles it. He thinks it's like lucha libre.
Anyway, how you doing? Happy, what is today? Hump day. Nice hat. I like this hat much better.
I went the other way. I couldn't do the hat.
You went the other way.
I was suffocating.
Nice.
Suffocating.
It's getting warmer outside?
It's hot. I took a meeting outside. It was nice and brisk.
That's why I didn't wear boots.
You're smart.
That's why I stayed open-toed. So I didn't want to be like too warm. I can't have like hot feet and hot sweater and everything. Anyway, happy Wednesday, everyone. Ready for the midday?
See, every business needs a brain, and you're the brain.
We can go that way. Join us tomorrow live at Bramer's Brazilian Cuisine up in Boynton Beach on Gateway Boulevard. Couch Talk Special Edition. Brooklyn Café Show live on location at Bramer's. I think some pizza. You're welcome to come down if you want to. You'll see the girls.
Come down.
We
do a woo-woo sec.
Always about the woo-woo.
Woo-woo on the road.
Woo-woo on the road.
And it's going to be 40 degrees, so everybody's going to need some of that woo-woo loving.
I'm thinking maybe I should make something hot to eat tonight
for all
dinner.
of us?
Sure.
For everybody? You're going to make something?
I was thinking of getting like hot cocoa. I should have gotten some hot cocoa to go with the pie. You want to go to the grocery store?
We're going to Don's house?
Let's go to Don's house. Let's take the show on the remote in the little cart and go to your house.
Let's do it. I'll turn the heater on in the pool.
Okay. Only one brave enough to do that is Heather. Because she likes to freeze after she comes out.
She's like,
heated pool, you jump in.
Yeah.
Okay, you could do that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Well, you want to set up the pie? You go out on the weekends.
Yes.
And have some fun. You've been taste testing along the way.
Yes. I went to Atlantic Avenue, and I met Mel and his son.
Andrew.
And there's a funny story. I was waiting in line for 10 minutes to see Mel, because it was Mel and his wife, lovely wife. They were there. Chef Mel and his wife were there. They were doing the pie thing. And as I'm getting closer, I see the pies off the table. They're flying out of there. So I'm like, I probably waited all this time. I won't get a pie. So I get up there. He had 4 left. So I grabbed 2. And this guy came behind me. And he's trying to grab the pies out of my hand. So I said to him, bro, what are you doing? What's going on here? He says, you're not buying these, right? And he's taking them. I think he was kidding. Ain't nobody that crazy. So I said, Ty, stop it before you wear it, get away from me. And then I got to meet Mel. I didn't get to meet his son until on the phone.
Did you really say that?
Yeah.
Are you like those grumpy guys that go to these festivals and just like,
That's not grumpy. Well, you would probably give up the pie. And I'm going to tell you something. I had this pie, one during the week, another one during the week. Best pies ever. Now I'm going to go back. I found out they do 4-packs.
Yes, they've got the minis. We're going to talk about all of that.
I didn't know that. By the time I got up there was nothing there.
All right.
So he tells me, they sell out very quickly.
Well, we've got the Concord Grape Pie Company, which I love the name all in itself. I have never heard of a Concord Grape Pie, but as I'm describing, I'm thinking jelly, peanut butter, maybe we get some peanut butter ice cream, put it on top of the Concord Grape Pie, maybe some,
He told me the story about the guy in Boston came out with that vine and that it turned worldwide.
All right, so let's bring the guys over. We've got Andrew and Chef Melvin Nass joining us of the Concord Grape Pie Company. Welcome, gentlemen.
Well, good morning. Yeah.
Hello. All right. Thanks for having us.
It is our
I'm
pleasure.
Andrew. This is my dad, Mel. We're a father and son team.
All right, give us some history. I've never heard of a Concord Grape Pie before. Where did all of this start?
Sure, and let me help out there. And good morning, everybody. And Well, it starts because I had 5 careers, and the first career was I love the Brooklyn Café Show here because the word Brooklyn in there was my first career. My first 21 years was in getting street smarts in Brooklyn. So I grew up in the city in New York, one of the 5 boroughs. Went to CCNY College, and then joined IBM for a 20-year career, and was very successful there. Wrote a lot of code, or what these days people call themselves IT people, in machine language and various other COBOL, Fortran, various languages. Became a systems engineer, very successful there. Then moved on and I went into agriculture and became the nation's leading grower, packer, and shipper of Concord grapes and other grape varieties to the major supermarkets throughout the United States and Canada, with operations not only in Canada, but in Brazil as well. We went down to Brazil because in the off-season, Concord grapes are grown there, and the growers Viticola Aurora and Bento Gonçalves in the province of Rio Grande do Sul, next to Argentina. They called all the grape growers together for us, and we then shipped shiploads of Concord grapes to America and Concord to the major chains in America. And in fact, everybody in the produce business got to know me as Mel, the Concord grape guy, including Bill Clinton, who invited me to come to Arkansas, and we started up and ran for many years operations in Arkansas with the Concord grapes that were grown there.
Let me ask you a
Concord grapes were
question.
also, by the way, grown in Michigan and Missouri and all over in Canada.
Mel, how did you go from IT, tech, to agriculture? I mean, I couldn't think of anything
yeah, that's always
more
interesting.
diverse.
And so when I was a little child, my grandmother came from Romania. Quick story there, and she always had a garden, and I worked with her as a little child in the garden, and I loved that. But you know, coming from the big city, we got concrete there. Very few farmers grow up in the city. But my dream was, because of the love of agriculture and growing things, was that it took me some years, 20-some years, to get to becoming a grower, and I became very successful at that. I was also on Cornell's Ag and Life Science Advisory Board for over 10 years under Dean Dave Call, as the grape specialist, and so I was very proud of that as well.
Can you imagine being a grape specialist?
What's going on?
Well, there are grape professors, by the way,
Amazing.
and scientists at Cornell's Geneva Experiment Station in Geneva, New York. You know, about 40 miles away from Cornell.
But you specifically grew you grew all produce.
Well, I grew
Concord
19
grapes.
different varieties of grapes. We grew on our farm
Wow.
150 acres worth of grapes, tree fruits, peaches, pears,
Oh my gosh.
cherries. In fact, the products that you see here, the northern products, are all in the pies. You know, the Montmorency cherry, the Concord grape, and I can go on and on. And someday, maybe when you get a grape pie, and there's not a soul here, unfortunately, chances are, that has ever had one slice of grape pie. And, you know,
I've never
Henry-
had a
I've
grape.
never had a grape
Well,
pie.
I had the apple and your blueberry.
Right.
And I had to fight to get those because the grapes are all gone. I can only imagine, because those two that I had, I asked him and his son to come in here because I have never tasted anything like this.
Andrew, tell us about the pies.
All right. Well, yeah, I was waiting for you to get to me, and
We're
just briefly, my little part in the going from Brooklyn to upstate New York to Lodi, New York, a town of 500 people. my little part of it was I was 8 years old, living on Long Island at that point. We moved out to Long Island from the city. And when my parents told me and my younger brother and older sister, we're leaving all this. We're leaving this life. The life you know in Long Island, say goodbye to it. We're moving to a tiny little town in upstate New York, and we're going to be farmers. So it was a big change. It was a big change. And so we all moved up there, and then we got to work. And we all learned. My parents learned how to do it, and they taught us how to do it. And we planted vineyards. The farm started out small, just 13 acres. But by the time we reached our heyday, we were then at 150 and more acres than that.
Well, I have to interrupt for a minute. But aside from that, we had in all the different areas, we had satellite locations. We had hundreds of growers delivering Concord grapes to us for us to supply all of America with Concord grapes, because our farm couldn't do that.
Yeah. So skipping past many years, so we got into the Concord grape produce business where we were selling to supermarket chains, and that's what we did. While that was going on, we noticed people making these grape pies, these Concord grape pies, all around us. There's a town called Naples, New York, and they hold a grape pie festival every single year, a very successful event. And grape pies are a regional pie to upstate New York. And so if you're from there or anywhere around there, you've heard of it and you've tried them, and they're delicious. And we kind of we had thoughts back then, maybe we should get into the grape pie business. Maybe at the same time we're shipping grapes, we should be shipping grape pies as well. And but we didn't do it. For whatever reason, we chose not to do it back then.
Let me bring up that reason. And the reason was we were shipping three or four tractor trailer loads of Concord grapes, one heading down toward, we'll say, Massachusetts, and making all the stops along the way at the supermarkets. Another truck would go out heading for Florida. All the way down, we deliver to Publix, Winn-Dixie, Walmart down here. Another third truck would be heading for California. We didn't have the time to do anything but to work with the fresh Concord grape, just like all the growers, that for the over 350 different kinds of fruits and vegetables there are, work every day in getting food to the millions of people here in America.
Okay. And just, so how we could talk about Concord grapes and shipping all day, but we're here to talk about the pies today and how we got into that. And we aware of the pies. We knew they're delicious. Flash forward another 10 years or so, me and my family have all moved to Florida. And my dad and I, we would talk. I would visit my parents over breakfast, over dinner, and we would kind of bring up the grape pies and say, remember the grape pies? And meanwhile, they were retired. I was still working. And but after talking about it a little bit, we decided, hey, let's give it a shot. Let's see if we can bring grape pies to Florida and the whole rest of the nation, and teach them about a pie they've never heard of before. And so it took a little bit, but we did it. I now rent a kitchen, and because I was in the restaurant business, I'm not a professional baker, but I watched enough and looked and learned, and I kind of thought I can make a pie. And so I put my mind to it and experimented on some different flavors. And you spoke about peanut butter before. So the Concord Grape Pie is our flagship pie. That's our signature pie. A little over a year and 2 months ago, we sold our, we made it, we liked it, and we said, that's our pie, the Concord Grape Pie. The second pie is the Concord Grape and Peanut Butter Pie. So we have that as well. So you were right on it. You were thinking the right way.
I feel like it's an Uncrustable in a crust.
That's right. That's right.
Uncrustable.
That's right. It's
Josh.
It's a PB&J in a pie.
Right.
Right.
Brilliant.
And so we sell the original Concord and the Concord Grape and Peanut Butter Pie They're the two best sellers of the company. From there, let me just a little bit more. I would get customers to say, okay, we love these pies. Do you have an apple? Do you have a blueberry? And we're like, well, sorry, we don't. And then I got tired of saying, sorry, we don't. And I said, we can make those as well. Sure. So from those 2 original pies, I think we now have 11 different flavors.
Well, I think the last count was 12. I did a fresh count.
I forgot one.
And let me take a moment just to expand on that. So we have the ABCs of pies. What's the ABCs? Right there in front of you, the apple, the blueberry, and the cherry. And so then, as far as the northern fruits go, those are the northern fruits, along with the Concord grape that grows in the north. Where here in the south, you do have grapes. You've got the muscadine and scuppernong grapes, but they aren't the Concord grape, which is when everybody knows the Concord. You unscrew the cap of a jelly, and out comes that booming grape aroma. The Concord grape and that whole family of grapes, the Labrusca grapes, have this unbelievable aroma. And so that's why we keyed on this luscious, unbelievable pie.
I think everyone's ready to taste this pie. You've built it up. They also come in the minis.
Yeah. So I'm going to take credit for that.
Yes.
So we started out. We should back up a little bit. We could make a good pie. We determined over a year ago, okay, we can make a Concord grape pie. Where are we selling this? So farmers markets were the first thing that we thought that would be a great way to start, because you'll get immediate feedback from customers. We give samples, and so right then and there, people tell us what they think. Yep. And you won't believe it if I say 100%, but 99.9% love it.
How could you not?
Everybody likes it. Nobody ever says, I don't like that. Everybody likes the pie, so I'm very confident giving out the free sample. And so we started in the farmers markets, and that's where we got rolling. But when we started, again, all I had was whole pies. We had half pies, and then I thought we should sell slices as well. So we had them in those little triangular plastic clamshell type of offering, and it was a good idea. The little selling them a slice at a time also worked. But a little problem is down here in South Florida at farmers markets, it gets hot. And on those 96-degree days, the whole pies would hold up pretty good. The slices would get a little melty, and the filling, they were getting juicy, a little bit too juicier than they should be. And so, but we stuck with that for a while, and then I had the idea of the mini pies. And so we switched over to minis, and it just kind of changed. That was the first step that changed the company. The minis were just hugely popular. And then I just was fooling around with the minis one day, and I said, I wonder if the 4 minis will fit into a whole pie box. Sure enough, they fit perfectly. So then we bundled them.
Brilliant.
So we went from a whole table full of mini pies to now we have a 4-pack. And we still do offer them as minis. You don't have to buy a 4-pack. You can buy 1 pie, you can buy 2 pies, you can buy 4. And my dad has a thing about the magic pies.
Well, let me get into that.
Tell them about the magic pies.
These are not only ordinary pies, but they're magic pies. And what I mean by the magic pies is, in the sale of the pies, we worked with the numbers for a while, and then we came up with this idea that, if you buy one of these pies, and they're so inexpensive, they're $9 for one, but there's no magic there. The magic begins if you want to buy 2 pies, then the 1 pie is $9. Any little basket is $9. But if you get 2 of them, then they become $8. So magic sets in. And if you get a 4-pack like this, the magic continues. They're $7.50 each, and people really like that. And these just go out like hotcakes. And the reason why they go out and they're pies, they're not hotcakes, but they go out because I tell them the story. Hey, Are you we get lots of young customers, middle-aged, what have you. If I sense that it's a working person, I say, why don't you take this 4-pack to work, drop it on your boss's desk, and say, hey, I think it's time for a raise. Or I think it's time for a different position in the company. Or if you're going to visit somebody in a hospital, what a great gift that 4-pack really makes, rather than some other flowers or what have you.
How do people
Bring
get
that
the
up.
pies, Mel and Andrew? You're at what farmers market?
Yeah. So we're currently at 5 or 6 markets. So we're at, every Saturday we're at 2 markets. I cover Deerfield Beach, the Cove. So from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. is the Cove in Deerfield Beach, right off of Hillsborough. And my dad is at Delray on Saturdays, Saturday morning. What's it called? The Green?
We're
officially called?
We're down where the Christmas tree is, down
Sure.
Atlantic Avenue
Queens
over there.
Market. Now, what time do you go there? What time does the market open?
It opens at 9 a.m.
And
But-
what time are you there, Mel?
I'm there by 8 for sure to
Okay,
set
so
up
9 o'clock you're there.
everything.
Let me tell you, I never saw the 4. I never saw any of this. All I saw were 6 or 5 little pies he had left. It was like 11 o'clock. So in 2 hours, it was sold out. That's how it was that day. So if you're going to get there early. How many pies do you guys prepare during the week for the weekend?
Okay, so my wife and I do all the baking, and I make, depending on, what I think the weather might be and that type of thing, 500 to 600 pies.
It's about
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I was just going to ask you
It's
that.
incredible. Andrew, I'm so proud of my son here, who has come such, I really,
That-
he's
don't
done
get
just
emotional.
incredible. Okay.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to do some tasting around the studio. When we come back, let's take a poll. Concord grape, blueberry, apple,
Or
even
all
have
of them.
mango, key lime pie, or all of them.
You're not going to be able to decide.
It's the magic pie. All right, more to come on the other side of this commercial break, and then we go from the magic to the woo. We'll be right back.
Discover Rosie's Garden. The collection draws inspiration from the beautiful niece of the founder, Rosie, who brought joy to many before passing too soon. Her beauty and spirit are reflected in every piece. Founded by 2 friends, Rosie's Garden is a female-owned brand passionate about creating stunning, elegant jewelry that embodies the concept of bellissima, the Italian word for beautiful. With a philosophy rooted in grace and elegance, the brand crafts each piece of jewelry using only the finest materials, including 18-karat gold and the highest quality craftsmanship, ensuring that every piece is a true work of art.
Hi, my name is Lisa Jensen. We are here in my store on North Federal Highway. It's a store where we do have a lot of design with affordable prices, and I'm making also luxury candles, like luxury purses. We do have a main collection of luxury brand watches, and we are here open every day, even the weekend, Sunday, and every morning from 10 to 4 p.m. Come around and visiting my store, and we do have a lot for the holidays. I look forward for seeing you.
Finding the world's best coffee. Nothing can stop Don Pablo from getting you the rarest coffees. Traveling across continents, climbing the highest mountains, overcoming immense obstacles, all for the quest of greatness. Experience this excitement with every sip.
Looking for music that brings back the memories? True Oldies FLA is South Florida's premier destination for timeless hits from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. Brought to you by M2 TV Network. Broadcasting across multiple FM and HD stations, including 95.3 FM in Delray Beach and Boca Raton, 95.9 FM in Palm Beach County, 96.9 FM in Broward County and North Miami-Dade, and 106.9 FM on the Treasure Coast. True Oldies, FLA. Feel good music that spans generations.
AMP Media Productions presents Rock Meets Soul, where rock energy meets soul grooves. Our sponsorship packages start at $2,500. They are featuring artists such as John Oates,
You're a rich girl, and you're going too far, 'cause you know it don't matter anyway.
Firefall,
Just remember I love you, and it'll be alright.
Will Hart of the original Delphonics, Radio, Randy Hall, and John Ford Coley.
I'm not talking about moving in, and I don't want to change your life.
If interested in sponsoring this wonderful event, contact AMP Media Productions, either through email at production@amp2.tv or call us at 866-224-5422.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Café Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Title of show.
Thank you for the countdown.
All right, we're eating the Concord Grape Pie. I've never had this. It's more of like a thick, chewy preserve. It's delicious. Some ice cream.
A thick, chewy preserve?
It's not like, you know how some pies are more gelatinous?
Are you a big pie eater?
No, but my dad was a huge pie eater. My dad would love every single one of your pies if he were here. He'd go from the apple, I guess maybe it's like a New York, Brooklyn thing. My grandmother always said, eat dessert first. My grandmother was an amazing baker. Not a great cook, but an incredible apple pie baker. So she would always say, eat dessert first. And I think that's probably why I always eat dessert before I eat food, or we just eat dessert. Delicious. My dad would love the apple pie. He would love the cherry pie. He would love, I've never even heard of this. They're incredible. Check it out, the Concord Grape Pie Company at your local farmer's market Saturday, down at the Cove, and up in Delray at the same time. I'm thinking one Saturday I'm going to go to the Cove. You go up to Delray.
I go every Saturday.
And we can, do like a cross
I go
conversation.
to fight online. I know I got to get there early.
Now you got to get there early. Check it out.
Just with a cup of coffee. I got to tell you, no disrespect, but
Delicious.
their blueberry is unlike I've
Better
ever
than
had.
grape?
I'm sorry. Your
I'm gonna have to try
blueberry
that next.
pie that I bought at the, I've never tasted anything like that. This is good. This is different. But that blueberry, I'm going up there to get me more. But I'm going to get there early. I may beat you there. Because the line around his place gets
We
crazy.
got a small blueberry you can try in the next commercial break.
I'm going to tell you, wait till you try that one. You're going to say, oh, I can see the difference.
Well, Andrew also makes sugar-free pies, by the way.
Andrew, I need to talk to you because I need sugar-free. I'm not even supposed to eat this.
We have a sugar-free caramel apple. And I think I'm going to start making a sugar-free cherry as well.
Oh, my goodness.
Because we get a lot of...
All right, can I put an order in now?
I'll take the order. Right.
There's another thing. We did. I don't think we mentioned the Sunday.
Yeah, we're at other markets too on Sundays.
On Sunday, we're at two other beautiful markets. Of course, we're at the Brick, which stands for Boca Raton. The I is
innovative.
Yeah.
Center.
Right over here.
Which IBM, that was
right
IBM's old huge location.
Yep.
Right on Yamato and across over there is Broken Sound.
You like doing this, Mel?
And that's 9. Yeah, I'm at the Brick.
But do you like doing this?
I love it.
It's like it's rebirthed you.
Well, I get a chance to speak to all the people and share my story, and they share their story with me, and it's amazing all the wonderful people. That's the only reason I'm there.
Well, personality sells, and your dad has a wonderful personality up there.
The people we're known as the pie people. You know, we're really proud of that.
You and your wife do a great job, and you caught our attention like this.
We're also, so once again, that's Sunday at the Brick, and then on Sunday, Andrew is also at
Parkland, yeah. So we're at Parkland as well, and then every other Sunday, Boynton. So I think
Where
we're
in
at
Boynton?
It's on Old Boynton Road, or is that what it's called? Yeah, in front of Dillard's.
Yeah, I think
By the
so.
mall.
Oh, I know exactly where you are. Oh, that's right down the street from my house. Every other Sunday. What about this Sunday?
It's always somewhere. We're
It's
not
always
taking
Sunday
Sundays off.
somewhere. It's always pie.
If
pie
it's Sunday,
somewhere.
we're selling pies.
Are you in Boynton on Sunday?
Yeah,
This Sunday.
So Parkland is an every other Sunday
Right.
farmers market. So the one that when Parkland's not on, I'm at Boynton.
So are you on?
This is a Parkland one.
All right. So
This
okay.
weekend's Parkland.
All right. So I'll go Saturday because on the Sunday I can take off on Saturday, do something else, and I can go up to Boynton. You're right down the street from my
Yeah.
house.
Yeah.
I'm
You'll see me. You'll see me again.
I'm taking a class on sourdough bread baking.
Wow.
I'm getting into baking. I want to have a pie off with Andrew.
All right.
We're gonna have some fun with this.
Wow.
But they're excellent. And Mel, you do a wonderful job. Say hi to your wife for me. It was you treated us nicely. There was this big Saint Bernard, remember? And I had to get around that too to get to you. I had to do a lot to get to you, Mel. That's all I'm saying.
It's my Brooklynese, and then all my sales. I'm so proud of the 20 years with IBM in sales and computers, and then the 40 years in selling grapes across the nation. And then, incidentally, it's just a little aside, Phyllis and I, my wife and I, were able to get away. We leave men behind to tend the vineyards. And we bought a boat, a beautiful Grand Banks trawler, and we became sea captains. So we both say that's another career.
Another career. Check it out. Saturdays and Sundays at your local farmers market. We're going to do some taste testing here. I'm going to have the crew do some behind the scenes of everyone taste. Maybe we can get the girls out here to do some social media on the different tasting, and then we can have that as well. Bless you. See, she sneezed on the truth. All right. It was a sneeze. She's getting ready for the next segment.
Oh, okay.
But before we get to that, we got to get to the woo. We've got Dana Sardano in today of the Ubuntu Fish Gallery. Ubuntu Room, it is time to talk about our root chakra. Before we get going, though, giveaway of the day. All it takes is write in or call 888-994-4995 Studio A and say, I want one.
I want one.
I am safe, strong, and grounded. We're talking root chakra today with Jack. So let's roll her intro.
This segment has been sponsored by the Ubuntu Room. Come join Dana Sardano as she offers life-changing advice that will affect the spiritual, emotional, and physical aspects of your being. Within her easily available writings, you will find the solution you need for your problems. Tune in to the Ubuntu Room on the Brooklyn Café Show.
Hi, my name is Dana Sardano, and this is the Ubuntu Room. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining me. The Ubuntu Room is a place where we discuss all things personal empowerment, all things spiritual development, and everything that falls in between. It's where we recognize that the power is in our hands to create the lives that we desire. And personal empowerment and spiritual development are very much intertwined. And each of us on our own journey of self-discovery falls somewhere on that spectrum. My hope is by having these conversations, maybe I meet you where you fall, and perhaps we travel together. So, today we are talking root chakra. Now, last week we did the whole how do you do on the practicality of the chakra system, and we talked about the balances and imbalances and how we reconcile those balances. But today I really want to zone in on the root, because the root is truly the foundation of who we are. Everything that we experience in our lives, in our exterior world, are a response to our interior world, and that begins with the root chakra. Now, the root chakra, some of the aspects of self that correlate with the root chakra are our sense of safety, security, grounding, stability, accountability, health and wellness in our physicality, in our bodies. And the greatest age of resonance of the root chakra is between 0 and 7 years old. So essentially, anything that has happened to us between the ages of 0 and 7, whether it's positive, good, bad, or ugly, creates beliefs and patterns that we perpetuate in our lives. So if we have imbalances in our lives, basically if we have things in our lives that we don't care for, we can likely trace it back to those years. And if not those root chakra years, definitely the sacral chakra years, which is the next stage of development, 7 to 14. But we can trace it back. So it's really, really important that we take the time to look. So just a quick disclaimer. There are a billion ways to skin this chakra cat, right? There are a lot of ways to look at it. Some people like to align their chakras by doing yoga, or they have Reiki healing, or they work with crystals, or meditation, or hypnosis, or any of those things that help align that energy. But my feeling is if we can really take the time to look at the root of what caused it, we can align it for good. So that's really how I look at things. So again, when we go back to the root, that's really ground zero for most of our behaviors and patterns. And just to give you a for instance of what that's looked like in my life, story time with Dana Sardano. I'm going to tell you a story. So my brother and I talk about this extensively in some of my books, but we've always had a strained relationship. And my mother and my relationship has always been tenuous at best. So that behavioral pattern has been there. So throughout my life, I have, like I said, my brother, if I had to categorize it, I would say he's been abusive. He's been physically and emotionally abusive. It's never really been a positive relationship. Even as he got a little bit older, he allowed his friends to mistreat me. And his relationship with my mother, again, this is all put water under the bridge. I'm just giving you the facts, ma'am, the facts. But his relationship with my mother, he had been like the golden child. So that really was just how those relationships looked. But about 5-6 years ago, I had a memory. Now, I had been doing some extensive healing work on myself for at least the last decade or so, but about 5-6 years ago in meditation, I got this memory, and it came to me like a whisper or like an impression, but it was clearly a memory of mine when I was in the crib. And I was crying. I was trying to get out. I had to be under a year old, right? And I was trying, I was vying for attention. And my brother and mother came in the room. And my brother, who had to be about 4 years old at the time, walked over to the crib and he grabbed me by the wrists and he smacked me in order to stifle my cries. Now, he was 4. He didn't know. He was just trying to shut me up. So there was no problem there. However, my mother, who was in the room, did not reprimand him. There was no consequence for the behavior. It was allowed. And that was ground zero, set the stage for now, I didn't know this at the time, obviously, this came many years later, but set the stage for my beliefs that I deserved it, or that I had to work harder to be loved, or all of those beliefs that created that pattern of abuse by others. And again, like I mentioned, my relationship with my brother, that triangle between my brother, myself, and my mother, like that had continued throughout my life. Fast forward to 2014, I was 43 years old, I was getting married, and I had a little tiff with my mother a couple months prior to the wedding, and turned into Chernobyl. It was like a thing. We'll tell the story another day, but my mother wound up not going to my wedding. It was tragic. It was a really, really difficult time in my life. But my mother basically gave my brother the permission slip. She let him off the chain to let me have it. Now, I don't know how that went down, but it was sanctioned by my mother. And my brother went off on, let's just say, he came at me, bruh. It was bad. And at the time, I was in fetal, just a mess, just trying to figure out what I did to deserve this, how I could have done things differently, and blamed myself. At the time, because I didn't understand all of these things about myself, I didn't understand where it came from. I just knew it always sucked with my brother and my mother. It was very, very painful. it was probably that experience was probably the first real domino of any intensive healing work that I had done on myself. But if I had known then what I know now, it might have been a more tolerable, it probably wouldn't have happened because I would have been way ahead of it. But again, I digress. Moving forward, doing this work really helped me understand that I could change these patterns with this understanding about myself. So just to give you, again, just a little bit more insight on it, because the root chakra is about safety, security, grounding, I was terribly emotionally insecure in my relationships, and it showed itself. However, my grounding, my stability, that was pretty tight because I had clear consequences in my house. I had, the expectations that were met. I had a stable home, regardless of all of its dysfunction, but I had a stable home. So I carried my sense of grounding, my sense of stability into jobs, into social relationships. Now, conversely, and again, I'm just trying to give you a couple more pieces of this. Conversely, I have an old friend who, her mother was married, I think 3 times before this girl turned 8 years old. She had moved like 6 or 7 times. She had no stability in her home. She's constantly having to rebuild new relationships. She was kind of treated like an accessory or a prop, carried from place to place like she didn't matter. And she grew up with tremendous insecurity that manifested in desperation and clinginess in relationships. She was not able to have any job stability, any financial stability because of her sense of instability. So she carried it along. So like I mentioned earlier, there's a billion ways to skin this cat. So just because all of these aspects represent the root chakra, it doesn't mean every aspect of your life has to be a mess. So I'm giving you homework with this understanding. And for those of you who are paying attention from last week, I told you to bring your notebooks. So take out your pen, take out a piece of paper, take out your notebook, and I want you to write down 4 things. I don't want you to examine it yet. You need this for introspection, but I want you to write down a few things. The first thing is I want you to think of something in your life currently that brings you discontentment. It could be anything. Now, just as an example, let's just say, I'm always fighting with my husband. We're always bickering. He doesn't let me say what's on my mind. He shuts me down. He barks at me before I can get a little close to home, but he shuts me down before I can say what I want to say. And that brings me discontentment. Something like that. The second one, write this down. The second one is, what is your belief around this? So if I'm bickering with my husband and he shuts me down, well, I don't feel appreciated. I don't feel heard. Nobody listens to me. Nobody appreciates me. I'm constantly disrespected. The third one is I want you to think about other aspects of your life that repeat this pattern of behavior or the beliefs around it. It could be in the past. It could be every boyfriend I had before shut me down and disrespected me. Or it could be, oh my God, wait a minute. I don't feel appreciated at work. My children are disrespectful. My friends don't listen to me, whatever it is. Then, and this is really the work, this is the introspection. Then I want you to really think about how far this goes back. Now, you may not find your ground zero crib experience. For me, that came much later. But what you'll do is you'll start recognizing this, again, pattern of behavior might have gone back to elementary school. And you might have a memory of something that happened. Start with that. And when you're able to look at that and recognize that from the adult perspective and remove yourself, it's almost like you're looking at somebody else. You can then look at it more rational and not carry the 1-year-olds, the 6-year-old, the elementary school person's mentality. And then you could start unraveling that knot. And what happens when you do that is you start to unravel this one knot. Oh yeah, I'm not appreciated. But then all of a sudden you'll see it over here in this experience in your life. You'll see it in your job. You'll see it with your children because you unraveled this knot. Start there and then start talking about the sound bowls and the yoga. And again, all that stuff is great, but really plucking things at the root, reestablishing your beliefs, reconciling your imbalances is truly what will help you align your chakras. Now, I have all sorts of fun stuff. I got my cards, I got questions in the books, I got different crystals that'll help with the root chakra. But for now, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to pass it to Freddie and Dawn because I know there's questions. Don't forget to do your homework. As always, thank you for joining me, and Ubuntu.
All right.
Oh my goodness, does it resonate with you?
I got a question for her.
Because you were very real contemplative. I'm watching your face, like thinking.
She had me until she says, how far back? I don't know if I'm a regular person, because there are things that bother me.
Yeah.
But I don't know how far back it goes. There's like a different change in my life when I hit certain ages. So I don't like my health sometimes when I'm 62, and it really annoys me because I can't enjoy some of the things that I want to enjoy, you know? But I don't know how far back that goes. I can't I don't sort of dwell on the past and bring it forward. So I wanted to ask you, am I normal, or is there something wrong with me?
Well, no, you're not normal, but not because of this. But I will tell you, I was thinking about the health thing because, the root chakra is about the strength and the physicality. And as we get older, we do have things. So is it because I have an issue with my root chakra? Like I was actually contemplating that in the car on the way here. But I think it's more about the strength. Like if you were always like sickly, you know what I mean? Like if there were things, but as we get older, there are things that we have to deal with. As far as remembering how far it goes back, so what I was saying, I didn't remember the crib thing till like way into it, but yet I knew when I was trying to, bring myself back into alignment after all, like the trauma that I had experienced at different parts of my life. I knew, like for my brother's perfect example, I knew my brother never liked me. I remember as a kid the things that he would do, but I just accepted that that's what it was. It's just the way it was. Only after I was peeling it back, was I able to find, which I'm assuming is ground zero because I have no memories prior to that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And as far as dwelling on the past, people that I've worked with, I've done a lot of this work, with the books as resources, with people like when I was in the gallery. And, you have a lot of people go, oh, I don't want to sit in the past. I don't want to dwell in the past. I'm not saying this with you, but with them, it's kind of like cop-outy because they don't want to look at it. There's a difference between utilizing the past in order to have a better understanding to move forward. And then there's the people who dwell in the past because that's their comfort level and they don't have to take accountability. They could blame where they are. You just like to keep on trucking forward. So the past is irrelevant to you. But if you're looking for a key to unlock a lock, you're very often going to find it in your experiences in the past. In my experience. You find out.
I have fun in the past.
Listen, I'm not worried about you.
People always ask me if you could change anything in the past, would you? I wouldn't.
No.
I had a great time. I had a great time in New York. I live through them now because there are certain things that they can do that I can't. So I've experienced things in the past and interviewing and meeting people. I got to meet Dawn like 15 years ago. I get to work with people. I've always been this way. Even when I went to NYU, I said, man, this is a whole lot of fun. I'm 16 and I'm going to college.
Yeah.
I said, this is at NYU down in the village, man. It don't get better than that.
Yeah.
In the village and hanging out. So I don't know, maybe I just had too much fun.
So your root chakra might be fine.
Yeah,
Your 0 to 7 might be 100%
Maybe the only thing good
grounded and good. I'm looking forward to next week because my whole life is about the sacral chakra.
Sacral, I know.
I'm like, oh my gosh. I mean, that's just craziness in itself.
How's your root chakra? You have any of that stuff you're talking about?
I think my root chakra is pretty good. I think mine is going to be my sacral and my throat.
Gotcha.
And I think a lot of women have the
What's
throat
the
chakra.
sacral? What is that?
Yeah, that's in your no-no region. That's
it's
in your.
It's the yellow. You know how they're always on yellow food and yellow stones.
No, the solar plexus.
Solar
is
plexus.
Yellow.
That one's
Sacral's orange.
Yeah, mine is like somewhere in that.
Yeah, you're in the sacral to solar plexus.
It's in
like
the womb?
I kind of see you.
You knew that.
Andrew, how's your womb?
Yeah.
I think it's fine.
Never had a complaint, right?
But it's so interesting because I'm thinking, do I remember like something? And I can't say it's like even a trauma. I remember my brother and sister always teasing me, but I was older than 7. So so I'm sitting here thinking it's probably somewhere in that late elementary school. I was the fat kid. I was the uncoordinated kid. I was the unathletic kid. So maybe that is part of what I have, which is why I do what I do now, to say, well, that was then and this is now.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so many things.
Yeah. It's like, I talk about trauma and unreconciled trauma, but you know, trauma isn't always I was terribly abused or I was abandoned. Trauma could be, you know, something simple. Like I remember being on the playground in like the 3rd grade, and they had like the girls had like a little club by the seesaw where you had to sing to be in the club, and you had to sing the stupid song that we learned in class. And so when it was my turn to sing, they were like, ew, you can't sing, you can't be in our club. How stupid is that? I never sang again.
Kids can be so mean.
But I never sang again. That, like traumas like that, or the kid is supposed to be picked up from daycare and the mother is 5 minutes late every day, but it's because, and they're the last kid there, and it's because she had to work. But in the kid's mentality I'm abandoned.
Right.
So it's not real trauma. So it's really, and that's why I always say, it's not what happened, it's the belief attached to it. It's what we walk away from it with. And everybody's different. Some people are more sensitive than others. You know, the root chakra, I really don't have huge damage in the root chakra. I just use that as an example because it did happen and it did affect me. But I'm really, I mean, you know this by knowing me. I'm super grounded, super stable. Like I'm like the one that people would go to if they needed something. But when we get to the sacral,
you brought up a trauma. My sister used to dress me up as a girl because she wanted a sister. So she was in charge of me when I was a kid. And she used to dress me up like a little doll and take me out in the neighborhood. I remember this. And she used to introduce me as Frederica.
And what?
It's a true story. I must have been 3 or 4, maybe 3.
Do you remember how you felt about it? Like, what were your thoughts around it?
I didn't care. I was a kid.
So you're different.
She put like lipstick on me, and because I had long eyelashes apparently, and she used to carry me around. So, this is my baby sister. And you know something? My sister still denies that.
Maybe she doesn't
today.
remember.
I'm going to call her tonight. I say, yo, I'm going to tell you, you made some serious damage.
Well, I was going to ask you,
were you
traumatized like in seriousness? Or did you find it as an act of love because it was your sister spending time with you?
No. This is what I'm telling you. There's something wrong with me. I don't think
so. I just
think that. Doesn't bother me. I could dress me up as a woman. No, don't look at me. It doesn't make a difference. But she did it because she was my sister. You know, I always looked up at my sister. I always thought my sister knew everything. She's the one that taught me, okay, this is the way you treat a woman. You don't do this. You don't do that. You respect mom. All of that.
Yeah.
You know, when I do something bad, my sister's talking to me in my ear. Maybe that's what you're talking to me about.
But you know, you felt love.
Absolutely.
So then if you felt love, then it doesn't matter what she did. You felt love. That's why you're so well-adjusted.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's
what I'm saying. I didn't feel love for my brother. I felt fear. I felt dislike. My mother, I always felt guilt around, and I didn't understand it as a kid because, you know, it's just the way it was. Yeah. And then as an adult, removed from it, I was able to make sense of it. But if you felt love, she could have put you in a dress every day. You felt love.
I think she did.
So.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Dana, how do people find you?
You can find me at ubuntufishgallery.com. You know, again, on the socials, Dana Sardano, I'm easy to find. And all of the information that I talk about, it's really scattered across all of my books. The chakra stuff specifically is in Veda Finds Her Crown, but in You've Cracked the Code, The Woo Is You, I mean, I break it down. You want to know what's wrong with you? I break it down in You Cracked the Code, The Woo Is You. But the beauty is, at the end of the book, I teach you how to fix it. So there it is.
All right, and to get this free giveaway today,
let me check.
Type in, I want one. Comes with this lovely little bookmark, this beautiful mug that explains Jack, all the stones that you need for grounding your root chakra, which is like my all-time favorite in the morning to do my meditation with, and of course, a red Kit Kat bar. So what can I tell you? We got to stick with the theme of red.
Candy.
Anyone write in?
Yeah, Linda wants one.
All right, there you go. I want one. Tune in next week.
Chris from California. Chris from California. Chris Henderson.
Okay.
Do you know Chris Henderson? He seems to know us. He's from California. Chris, how are you?
Happy afternoon, Chris.
Linda, you win the mug.
All right, more to come. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we got some special edition joining you and joining us and you on the other side of the camera, and some more pies. So let's dig in. We'll be right back.
Our preschool team provides personalized education and therapy services that are specifically designed to meet the unique needs of our children. These students are overcoming medical conditions that have been affecting their physical abilities since birth. Our specialized teacher and therapists understand the critical role that occupational and physical therapy play in helping these young children to develop essential skills in their early education program. We like for the children to leave us as shining stars and enter the big world of kindergarten.
Welcome to Working Nurses Home Care, where your private care is our priority. We provide medical and supportive private duty care all under one agency serving Broward, Palm Beach, and the Treasure Coast. From long-term care and companionship to recovery support, our nurses, therapists, and home health aides are here for you. We accept most major insurances including United Medicare, Aetna, Humana, Oscar, Cigna, and Medicare. Count on us for care that you can trust. Call Broward at 954-916-7458 or Palm Beach at 561-409-0767. Visit us at www.workingnurseshomecare.com. At Working Nurses Home Care, we are here to serve and support.
Welcome to La Mesa Cafe Bistro, where every cup has a story. From freshly brewed coffee to comforting, flavorful dishes, it's the perfect place to slow down and savor the moment. Open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. from Tuesday to Saturday, and 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sunday and Monday. Stop by and taste the difference at 48 Northeast 1st Avenue in Boca Raton.
You're listening to the Midday Brooklyn Café Show with Dawn and Freddie S. Every weekday from 12 to 2, tune in for the ultimate midday escape. The perfect blend of entertainment, culture, and community, all served up with a side of Brooklyn flair. It's the South Florida show that everyone's talking about.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
This Day in History is brought to you by Oldies Radio.
The special instructions Quincy Jones sent out to several dozen pop stars invited to participate in the recording of We Are the World was this: check your ears at the door. Jones was the producer of a record that would go on to eventually sell more than 7 million copies and raise more than $60 million for African famine relief. At 11:38 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on January 28, 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger lifts off from Cape Canaveral, Florida, and Krista McCaffrey is on her way to becoming the first ordinary U.S. citizen to travel into space. She underwent months of training, but then beginning January 23rd, was forced to wait 6 long days as the Challenger launch countdown was repeatedly delayed. 73 seconds later, hundreds on the ground, including Krista's family, stared in disbelief as the shuttle broke up and a forking plume of smoke and fire. There were no survivors. On January 28, 1901, Professional Baseball's American League is founded in Milwaukee, reconstituting itself from a minor league entity to a major league one. The league's planned for a 140-game schedule, 14-man roster, and players' union. Franchises are in Baltimore, Boston, Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, Milwaukee, Philadelphia, and Washington.
This Day in History is brought to you by Oldies Radio.
National Lego Day is observed on January 28 to commemorate the 1958 patent of the modern interlocking Lego brick, a breakthrough that transformed Lego from simple wooden toys into one of the most influential toy brands in the world. The precision of Lego manufacturing allows bricks made decades apart to connect seamlessly, making Lego sets timeless and endlessly reusable. Beyond play, Lego is widely used in education, engineering, architecture, and even therapy to encourage problem-solving, creativity, and collaboration. With hundreds of billions of bricks produced and a global fan community of all ages, National Lego Day celebrates not just a toy, but the power of imagination and hands-on creativity. The brand name comes from the Danish phrase, "leg godt," meaning, play well, reflecting Lego's focus on creativity and learning through play. Over the years, Lego has expanded far beyond children's toys, becoming a tool for education, engineering, architecture, and therapy, and even inspiring movies, video games, and massive fan communities.
Yeah, we're back.
I feel like I'm in an episode of Pitch Perfect.
Why?
Because they're doing the acapella. Did you ever see Pitch Perfect?
Yes.
Dana, did you ever see Pitch Perfect? Yeah. I feel like I'm in a total episode of Pitch Perfect. And they're like singing over there, the yayas.
Hey, JJ. Yeah. Why don't we get the ladies to freeze and let's do a Frozen thing over there. So we can incorporate
Do a Frozen one of the ladies.
Put it Frozen.
So wait, they call themselves the
No,
yayas?
you can shoot out the first one you did.
Jodie did
I'm
a
talking about
went
the second
viral
one
with
for
Raise Your
tomorrow or something.
yeah.
Do you want me to send you the link?
We're live.
to
Say
the
hi.
TikTok? Hi guys. Marie. Hi. Yes. As of now, the video is at 321.4 million.
That's it?
Not bad.
I mean, it's doing okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's doing okay.
Andrew, can we set Jodie up on camera?
Sure.
And then she can talk about Raise Your
I'm seriously very
I
uncomfortable on camera.
see that.
Yeah.
I can see
I'm
that.
Kelly Clarkson.
This is Jodie. Were you?
Yeah.
Wait, you're the. Wait a second.
Yes.
Oh, you missed the
Yeah,
morning show.
I knew it. People don't know my name, so it's fine. They're like, you're the lady.
Wait, we don't even have her on camera
Where's
doing
Snoopy?
it.
Snoopy. Snoopy.
Jodie,
Oh,
go
Snoopy. Yaya.
Jodie, they're going to put you over there.
I met him too.
That's Snoopy.
I was just with J-Lo.
Were you? How's she doing?
She's good. I went to her concert.
I remember
She
her in
was
the.
amazing.
I remember her in the Bronx.
She was actually really great. I went to her concert, met her afterwards. We raised a yaya together.
They're all scratching their heads. They're like, what? It's really you?
So.
Want to sit here?
Yeah. We can get you on camera. We can talk about it.
Oh, let's talk.
Let's talk. Grab a mic while
Grab
they're
a mic.
sending ladies up. Everyone
So
up over there.
Yaya, I have the.
I have a name.
We've got Jodie
No, I'm just
Langel
kidding.
here.
What should we call you?
Jodie?
Call
Jodie.
me Jodie, but then
Jodie.
we'll raise
We'll
it
raise
too.
the Yaya. Well, I got a woo woo, so I got a
I got a
woo woo and a
woo-woo and a
Yaya.
yaya.
I
got a
believe
woo
what's
woo and a
going on
Yaya.
here.
Wow. Are we okay?
Yaya.
I heard that you are viral
I am viral.
and you are like a superstar. That's what I heard.
Well, thank you.
They all know you.
I know.
And that's
Hi.
That's Heather, that's Snoopy, that's JJ. Why somebody take a picture with them each? Get a couple of pictures.
Hi.
This is unbelievable. I tell you.
What can I say? We're leveling up.
Okay.
Huge
So
thank you
a
to
good
Carol
yaya,
Cassie.
A good yaya, we have to get the tongue against the teeth.
Okay.
Ah. And we have to really drop our mouth. Ah. Raise. Ah. Raise your ya. Raise your ya. There it is.
Sydney.
Now
Sydney.
you can only imagine.
Sydney.
If I can produce that, what my amazing cast of Title of Show sounds like that we're going to see very soon. You're going to be amazed. And all of Boca Raton in South Florida has to come see Title of Show that we're going to see very soon because I've assembled some of South Florida's amazing talent. You're going to be blown away.
Jodie, I had a dream 10 years ago.
What?
We went down I-95 and shut it down.
Yeah.
And we marched to that Yaya.
We marched to the
We
Yaya.
were marching to the Yaya all the way out to Miami.
Well, I'm in Boca.
That's okay. We're going to go from Boca down to Miami. We're going to march with thousands of people behind you.
Guess what? On February 18th in Meisner Park, I'm doing a flash mob, a Raise Your Ya 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 flash mob.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not kidding.
We got to be there.
How did Raise Your Ya 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 happen?
Okay, so I was at a thespian conference in Texas, the Texas Thespian Conference, and there were about 300 kids in my class. And you can imagine that that's very terrifying because kids get up to sing in front of me. So there were about 300 students in a class at Texas Thespian Conference, which is one of the most biggest musical theater conferences in the country. And a girl got up to sing a song called I'd Rather Be Me. And it's from a musical called Mean Girls. Do you know that musical?
Yes. Sure.
Okay. So she got up to sing this song called I'd Rather Be Me. And she sang in front of a whole bunch of kids. And you can imagine that that's very nerve-wracking when a whole bunch of kids are watching you and you get up to sing. So she went, raise your right finger. And she cracked. Because that's very nerve-wracking.
Of course it is.
So what happened? She went, raise your right finger. And she was in a fight or flight moment, which is when you're very nervous, right? We've all experienced that. And her head went like this. And she cracked because she didn't breathe and she didn't support. So immediately I said, raise your ya, ya, ya. I said that. Ya is a technique where you drop and open your mouth. So I'm going to have you both do that right now.
Ya.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Say ya.
Ya.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Ya.
Ya.
Yeah.
Now keep your tongue against your teeth and go ya.
Ya.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Ya.
Ya.
Ah.
Now I want you to do this with your hand. Ya.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Now
Ouch.
go, raise
Ya.
your ya, ya, ya.
Yeah.
Raise your ya. Say ya.
Yeah.
Ya.
Ya.
Yeah.
Ya.
Now
Yeah.
see how that opens your mouth?
Hold
Ya.
Ya.
Yeah.
Ya.
Uh-huh. Now.
Yeah.
Ya.
Huh?
Ya.
Yeah.
Now just go raise your ya, ya, ya.
Raise yeah. I
You
can't
just
talk.
did it. You just did it.
Oh, there you go.
We just open our mouth and breathe. That's all you're doing. Ya.
Raise your ya.
I don't sing in public. We cover
Raise
this in
your
my
ya, ya, ya.
Raise your ya.
You just did it.
Oh.
You just did it. You opened your mouth and you sang.
Okay,
And
hold on.
That's all it is.
Hold on, because you got everybody in there all crazy. Hold on a second. Are you a coach of singing?
Yes.
You're a
So
singing
my
coach.
background, which most people don't know, is my background is Broadway. My first Broadway show was Cosette in Les Miserables on Broadway.
What year was that?
1994, baby. I'm
Wow.
53 years old.
Wow. I'm
My
wondering if I went to
second
see it.
Broadway show was Cats. I played Grisabella.
Yes.
Memory
I saw it
all
12
alone in the
times.
moonlight.
So
That's
in
me.
the 90s?
Correct.
I seen you on stage. I saw Cats maybe, and that's I saw Cats 12 times, and I knew the backup lead singer. They got married at the theater, and we were at the wedding.
Shut it.
Yes.
So Betty Buckley, do you know who Betty Buckley is?
Yeah.
She wrote something to me on a paper napkin, and she said, keep your head held up high, don't look down, and when the tire goes up, never look down.
Never look down.
And I kept that napkin with me the entire tour. She wrote that to me on a napkin.
Amazing.
She might have had 2 martinis, but we won't talk about that.
Power of the napkin,
But
yeah.
she wrote that, and I kept that napkin with me the entire tour. That was a really special show.
That's amazing. Amazing. Boy,
And
you talk
Raise
about
Your Ya 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 went viral. You
Raise
hear
your
them
ya
all
ya
in
ya.
the other
And
room.
so I really didn't know the magnitude of that, specific moment because I had been saying ya for so long, years. One night, that video had 10 million views.
Wow. That's amazing.
So I knew it was something. And the rest is history. This year has been so wonderful. I get recognized other countries, Ireland. I mean, I knew it immediately. Everywhere. But people don't know my name. So they're like, you're the lady. I'm like, yeah. I mean, all over the world. I went to Times Square and I said, let me see how many people I can get to raise their ya, ya, ya. I was recognized everywhere. It's just a phenomena. It's so wonderful that the joy of music is spread everywhere and that people recognize me. I love it. It's great. And it's music. It's ya, which is a jaw opening exercise, but it's turned into a vocal meme that everyone recognizes. And how wonderful is that?
That is. That's amazing.
And now we're here celebrating a musical.
That's coming to the Willow Theater next month, right here. Off Glades Theater is going to be at Sugar Sand Park at the Willow Theater.
And I'm here with two of the starring actresses and the choreographer. And this show is so exciting. It's about two actors opening a musical on Broadway. It's a heartfelt, funny musical coming to the Willow on February 13th through March 1st. I hope you come to opening night.
The 13th is opening night.
It's a Friday night.
Friday the 13th. It's Valentine's Day. It's funny. It's hilarious. It gives the audience an inside look at what it is to open a musical. It's chaotic. It gives the audience like this funny, they get to see what it's like to put your ideas on stage. What it's like to put your ideas on stage and maybe fall flat. And maybe opening up like what it is to open a musical. Have you ever opened a musical? Have you ever put your ideas on stage?
Incredible.
That's an incredible feeling, much
Right?
less to do it. Absolutely.
How lucky are we that you guys are even here? I mean, Kelly Clarkson and J-Lo and these amazing studios and opportunities. And
if anybody comes, I will personally sign autographs. I will personally say hi to everybody. I want the audience to experience this incredible show. Our choreographer, he did the choreography at Delray Beach Playhouse, West Side Story. He's so great, and South Florida has never seen what they're about to see in these four actors. They're great.
All right, you want to take a commercial break? When we come back, we're going to do a sound check and have some music.
I'm buying tickets.
Title of show.
And we're going to raise some yayas.
Raise some yayas. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, let's raise your ya. More to come. Be right back.
Looking for bold, authentic flavor? Step into Bramer's Brazilian cuisine, where the vibrant taste of Brazil meets your favorite American classics. From savory churrasco to juicy burgers, every dish is made with passion. Hosting a party or a special event? We cater all occasions with incredible food that leaves a lasting impression. Our Boynton Beach location offers generous seating with a separate dining area for bigger parties. Come visit us in person today at 1035 Gateway Boulevard, number 201, Boynton Beach, Florida, 33426. Contact us by phone at 561-272-6377. Enjoy the Brazilian taste. Enjoy the Bramer's taste.
Imagine this. A loved one, a son or a daughter, has just suffered from a life-threatening accident. They are transported to a state trauma hospital, and despite being in the care of professional physicians, they tragically pass away due to preventable medical errors. As if this was not tragic enough, then finding out that legal statutes in the state of Florida devalue your loved one's life to zero. This is what we are fighting against. Come join Edward Salazar as he discusses the issues surrounding free kill laws and how to resolve them. Catch The Fight Against Free Kill Laws with Ed Salazar on Monday, 5 p.m. on all social media. Learn who we are and join our cause today.
Step into a world where emotion meets expression, and every brushstroke tells a story. DeBilson Art Gallery features the captivating whimsical works of internationally renowned artist William DeBilson. From larger-than-life portraits to abstract reflections of love, loneliness, and connection, each piece invites you to feel, reflect, and escape the ordinary. Located in the heart of Delray, this art gallery is more than a space, it's an experience. Come discover what speaks to you. Visit DeBilson Art Gallery today.
RCCA has a team of specialized therapists to treat a wide array of injuries and conditions, including balance issues, back pain, fall prevention techniques, joint replacements, and stroke rehab. Our therapists at RCCA help adults reclaim their strength and flexibility, allowing them to return to their hobbies and sports. We tailor treatment to return our patients to activities they love, such as croquet, gym workouts, golf, pickleball, and tennis. Our state-of-the-art equipment and therapists ensure that there is something here for everyone.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
Gato.
Gato. You want me to do it? I can do it.
What are you doing?
I'm ordering tickets.
I know. We've got people texting us from all over because D.C. is still snowed in. A lot of the Northeast is still snowed in. Schools are closed because they're snowed in. So all these kids and everyone that are watching you, Jodie, that raise your yeah, they're like, oh my God. There goes the camera again. You've got the raise your yeah on this show. Everyone's so super excited. Jodie's got big shout outs to give, and she's going to introduce Cameron, the choreographer.
Cameron, take the mic, Cameron. Tell us about the choreography and the dancing in the show.
Hi guys. So I'm Cameron J. Scott. I'm a local performer here in South Florida. I've grown up dancing since I was 2 years old. I love dancing. It is my biggest passion. I love choreographing as well. I have so many artistic ideas up in this tiny little head and got to get them out somehow, you know. But the show, we're using a lot of Broadway choreography. It's very original because what they have is great. It's beautiful. It's clean. It works well. So that's what we're doing, and they're doing a great job, and we're having so much fun.
We are having a blast, and now we're going to give you a little treat because the girls are about to sing for us.
Let's do this.
And you are going to be blown away, and they are definitely going to raise some yayas. So we are about to hear some yayas being raised by the two women in the show. And let me tell you about the girls in the show. The girls in the show have a little bit of rivalry going on because they both want to be in the spotlight, and they're kind of like competing the whole show. So if you're a girl out there and you feel a little competition with another girl at an audition.
Oh yeah, we all know that feeling.
We all know that feeling. So take a listen to this next song and see if you can relate just a little bit.
We don't have much time to dance in the spotlight, so I'm gonna treasure this Heidi and Susan duet.
And now may be the only chance I get tonight to enjoy the pleasure of this invisible cigarette.
Oh, ow! The secondary characters are calling the shots while the stars are snacking off stage. It was their idea to bring us along, and now we're hijacking this page of the script. We're equipped to steer the ship till the trippy skid ends, and by the end of this song, we'll be best friends.
I want to apologize for any weirdness.
Me too. It can be really scary being the new kid.
I bet.
I'll bet you bet.
I do. I bet.
And I also want to say that after all we've been through, I'm so glad we met.
I feel the same way, baby.
The secondary characters are calling the shots while the guys are being stored in the wings. We've been left in charge of it all while the plot's unfolding like the Lord of the Rings trilogy. And obey you and me to the very end. And like Frodo and Samwise, you'll be my best friend. My best friend. Sing.
Okay.
And that's only a little bit of how funny this show gets. I will say it is a little bit R-rated, so we do get a little intense with a little bit of cursing. So we do put that rating on it. So you want a fun night out at the theater.
Without the kids.
Without the kids. Our show is for you.
And tell us about Off Glades Theater Company.
So this is a theater company. It's a not-for-profit theater company. So if you'd like to make a donation, give us a call. We've been running now. This is our third show. Our first show was a teenager show called 13, the musical. Last year we did I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change. And this is our third year. And we really do need more theater in South Florida.
Agreed.
So I started this theater company in the hopes of bringing more theater to South Florida for the public to enjoy. And we picked this show because it needs a voice. We need to get this show in South Florida. It hasn't been done. So I wanted to do it. I wanted to give it a voice. And the actual original music director is Larry Pressgrove, who was my music director in Cats.
Really?
Wow.
And he gave us a shout out. So it's kind of like a full circle moment for this musical, and we're so excited to bring it to South Florida, and we want everyone to come see it because it really needs to be heard. It's about collaboration. It's about people coming together to share their love of music, and isn't that what Raise Your Ya 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 is about? The love of joy of music and collaboration, and that's what this is.
And what are you doing at the amphitheater and when?
Which amphitheater?
The
Meisner?
Meisner, yes.
Oh, we're just doing a flash mob, Raise Your Ya Ya Ya. So that's happening
And
as
what
well.
day is that?
That's on February 18th. We're going to be in Meisner Park.
Very cool.
Dancing and singing. I love to be in Florida celebrating music. That's why I started my own company. That's why I do this, because I love celebrating music.
When did you start the company?
Off Glades?
Off Glades.
3 years ago. 3 years ago. And Nicole is my partner in the company. And we're going strong.
What made you decide to start a company instead of stay on Broadway or just be in a company? Why start one?
I like to do things myself. I'm an entrepreneur. Okay. And I'm a businesswoman. So, sky's the limit, I think. Sky's the limit. And let's keep doing things and growing.
It's all about the creative arts, and I love that you guys are here because you're about sharing music with the community and getting people out to musicals and feeling and creative. In our space here with our interns from the AMP Media Futures Foundation, it gives most of the crew you see here a part of our foundation about giving kids an opportunity to learn media production, which is incredible. So the fact that we're able to all be together here is incredible, and you saw their reaction. Some of them knew you were coming, some came after we announced it, and they're being like 6-year-olds, like, oh my God, look who's here, which is, they don't often get excited because they're working so hard, and to see them actually see the power of social media and then have you all here, for them it's a full circle, like, wow, this really works. This is an amazing opportunity. So thank you for being so gracious and coming here. And you ladies are amazing, and I can't wait to go see this show.
We love it. As much as we can spread the word, and this all came from, honestly, an idea that Nicole and I had. We were a little frustrated with how much the arts were not being cultivated and spread, and there were not enough jobs for people in the arts. So
especially in Florida.
Yes. And we wanted to create more jobs. And we've met so many incredible people. I met Cameron. I've been wanting to work with Melanie. We met a stage manager. And we've just met you. Look at how many people you meet.
It's incredible. Carol Cassie was great. She always sends us out her press releases and her press kits, and we were talking about another show, and she said, you need to have Jodie, and you need to have this show on first. She said, will you consider? I'm like, absolutely. I said, thank you. And Nicole, I want to ask you, why start a company?
Well, it's actually a funny story. At the time, Jodie called me with the idea that she wanted to start the company, and she was looking for a stage manager, not really a partner in anything. She's been a proclaimed actress, Broadway, off-Broadway, down here in South Florida. Everybody knows her name, has known her name. But when it comes to the technical side of things, that's not her forte. And she had heard about, all of the things that I have on my resume, and having worked together previously and having developed a relationship back then, she reached out to me and asked me to stage manage, and it turned into co-directing 13 and company managing I Love You, You're Perfect, Now Change, and being the liaison between Off Glades Theater Company and the Willow Theater at Sugar Sand Park. And it's just been such a wonderful experience. Jodie and I are best friends, we're partners in business, we're partners in life, we love each other so much. And so being able to provide all of this in return to the South Florida theater community and to all the patronage in South Florida really was just something that really spoke to us both as performers, as people who enjoy the business side of things, and especially to Jodie with her reputation and everything that she's already accomplished. And then the Jaye thing took off and everything just went nuts in the best possible, most positive and amazing way. And so we've just been building from there.
Yeah, and Nicole has so many skills. Not only she's developed her social media skills, editing skills, she lights for us. Wow. She does also stage manage. She's stage managing at the Willow right now. So I've assembled a crew that does multiple things. Melanie is a voice teacher
at Lynn University.
Really?
Yes, that's right.
Well,
she's molding young voices.
Molding young minds.
We have a bunch of
We have some of your students that are here.
They're all intern here.
Yes, yeah.
In film and production, which is incredible. And it's about supporting community in the Willow Theater right at Sugar Sand Park. You can't get any more Boca local, local, than Sugar Sand Park. Delray Beach Playhouse is amazing, but Boca doesn't get much press on theater other than like Black Box, and that's totally different. Right, you know, that's a different stage, a different venue.
But the Willow is a beautiful space. It really is. It doesn't get enough attention.
It doesn't.
It's a 155-seat theater, so they have a really nice capacity. They have a beautiful lighting grid. They have projection capability. They're really well equipped, and they're a city-funded theater. There's a beautiful park attached to it that they're preserving. They've got a whole carousel and beautiful playground area for kids. It's really a friendly place, but a lot of people don't know that there's a theater in there because of all of that. So we're trying to highlight that as well as build our company.
Yeah. That's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. How do people get tickets?
You can go.
You can go to our website, offgladestheatercompany.com, and we spell theater with a T-R-E like you're supposed to. And it'll give you a link to the Willow box office. You can go right there and click it. It's pretty self-serving, and you can have a great time. I hope you come see the show. Title of the show is great. It's about 4 friends writing a show, so it's a show within a show. And
it'll make you laugh.
It will.
It will.
I got it on my phone to order tickets. I just got to see what day I'm going to go. I want to go opening night, but I don't know. Apparently I have something to do. We'll see. But I want to go opening night, and I congratulate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for entertaining us. You know, in the 90s, they weren't even alive, but in the 90s, you entertained us. You did something. I thought the Cats was spectacular. I mean, I saw it 12 times. I went to the wedding. I went to Hawaii, and I met the people that sang on the show. It was craziness in my life. But thank you for entertaining us. Your voices are amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
I mean, you got to be kidding me.
We would love for you to come see the rest. That's just a clip.
Oh, no, I'm going to be. I want to get down in front. I may have to bribe some people to get out of here. I'm going to sit there.
We'll make way for you.
It's amazing what you're doing. You know, this theater was home to
Ariana Grande.
Okay, this is where she
learned
to
Little
sing.
Pond Family Theater if you're a local.
Yes.
So she
grew
was here in this place. Her mother used to own it.
Designing my website.
Is it? Well,
there you go.
but look at it, comes full circle.
It does.
And I wish you nothing but success.
Oh,
However
thank you so
we
much
can
for
help
having
you.
us.
Oh, you kidding? Thank you for coming.
Thank you so
I got a
much.
whole room full of kids in there that are just calling me everybody. My son is
We've got the
texting me.
woo-woo and the ya-ya, and you know.
This is
and now it's just a
tremendous.
wrap for the day.
This is
Everything else is gravy.
And whatever
she's
we
our
can
woo-woo
do to
lady.
help. Yeah, she's the woo-woo.
Woo lady. Okay.
And you have to
I love
find out
that.
about that whole
Woo-woo and chakras and balancing. And,
Oh,
yeah.
that's amazing. I love that.
My jam.
But it's good stuff and success and nothing but blessings to all of you in doing this. I'm going to talk maybe to Frank to have them back and do other shows or where we go out there and we do watch them rehearse or get some video just to
I
get
think
the
we
word out.
we have a rehearsal video, Brianna.
Yes.
See,
We have it?
did they download it? Hold on. All right, they sent us a video
Yeah.
from rehearsal
Oh,
yesterday.
let's do
so
that.
Let's
Can
roll
we
the
play
video.
it?
A, D, 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 F sharp A will be the first notes of our show. We'll start with the seed of an idea, then plant it onto paper with a Dixon Ticonderoga, and then watch it sprout into a musical. And then we'll help to make it grow bigger. Nothing guarantees it will stand out, and its future is unknown. So in the meantime, we will schedule a lot of meetings in Hell's Kitchen to collaborate in my living room, but we can't do it all alone. So we'll get together our friends and exploit all of their talents. We'll enjoy the latest trends and avoid them running balance. But with a score, the score with a lyric appealing to the judge. These are shapes gently nudging the satiric. Trying hard not to duplicate what we see and heard before. And if Bart talks here, he'll appreciate if we're inventive with the score. So put in a syncopation and we'll add a quarter note. And we'll softly start the coda from a very tiny point. And then we'll get a little louder to further emphasize the point. And then we'll cross down stage toward you in our young fortissimo. Young fortissimo. It's the opening song. It doesn't have a title, no. And it's not very long. But it's the starting point of our musical. And here's the first scene of our musical.
If you could only see everyone's reaction while they're watching that on this show, it was priceless and amazing just to scan you all watching this.
Because we're so proud.
It was my first time seeing the video too.
And
Really?
honestly, that was 6 days into rehearsal.
Yeah.
Really?
We've only been rehearsing for 6 days.
Wow.
And that's my studio, by the way.
I'm wondering where that was. Okay.
It's Boardwalk. It's at 18th Street, right next to Rise
Sure.
Sushi. That's where everyone's always like, oh, this plaza. You're in Boca? I'm like, yeah. And then I get ducks and
Right off the water there.
iguanas. Yeah,
Yeah.
just passing
It's
me.
so beautiful.
It's a really nice space. Everyone feels like we're in Jewish summer camp.
Especially with the lights up top.
Do you work with kids, or it's just a studio for your group, for the theater company?
Oh no, I work with kids, adults.
Full theater company for people to come and train.
Yes, I do. I'm pretty booked until March, but I do virtual as well. So I have I had a master class in China. In May, I'm traveling to Thailand. I'm teaching a week in Thailand. So I kind of have a crazy life, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, how lucky are we to have all of you join us. Check it out. Come join us.
Yes.
Hopefully we're going to get their opening night. If not, you be their opening night, and then we're going to get their title of show live at the Willow Theater, opening February 13th right here in Boca
Yes.
Raton. All of you, thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
So much. We can't wait to have everybody and come join us. For 3 weeks, we will be open.
3 weeks, check it out. And if you want more information from Dana Sardano and the Ubuntu Room, UbuntuFishGallery.com. This one was already claimed. Next week, what are we giving away?
Sacral.
Sacral, one of my favorites. Solar plexus, not sure which chakra I need more help with, but we're moving up into the throat chakra. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Raise your yeah, yeah, yeah. And we will see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
As always, don't be late. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Café is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Café on Facebook at the Brooklyn Café TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.